It's Week 15 in the NFL, so get ready for the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, and the previous MVP, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. Next on EA Sports.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we're at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early, but I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant as we get into it a little bit. They decided to just come right out swinging.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the gun, a run for Hill. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but... And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Will be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. 2 yards, good enough for first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A give to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he'll be out of bounds. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Breaks a tackle. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. They go play action now. Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson leaves him with Edwards on the draw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in his first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Jones running left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. He hits Adams, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's Edwards again on second down. Fights through him, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Brown has the first down and much more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They run with Edwards off the option. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson escapes the sack. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Odafe Owe there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. The quick slant caught. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
Being chased out left. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before you get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love with a give to Dillon. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. On 2nd and 10, Love. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Love. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Dillon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a handoff to Dillon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, 4th coming. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll run here with Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They run with Dillon.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Dillon now off the option.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Dillon now off the option.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
Down to the 25. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Love.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They run once more with Dillon.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Love. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Packers are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Jackson. Pass incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again, Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They run with Edwards off the option. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And an excellent gain, 35 yards. Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson underneath here to Hill. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. One last shot for Jackson. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's